We're our last comedian of the evening. Are you guys ready for this awesomeness? Yes. Yes. This guy's great. He's been around Portland for a little while here. He made a name for himself in LA doing rock clubs and stuff, and I like him a lot. I think you guys are gonna like him. Give it up for the wonderful Eric Cash, everybody. Eric Cash! Yay! Woo!
Yeah! You guys. You're gonna have to give me a minute. This is when I wake up. This is my whole life. I just fucking hide at home, and then I come on stage and I stare at the light for a second. Eventually my brain comes online. Don't worry, I'm fucking like funny and shit or whatever I'm supposed to do with this goddamn job. I don't know. I say things into a microphone. That's what I do. My job description is I expel air. And I think I'm getting laughs with this guy already, so I feel like I've already gotten my gold star for the day and I can just fucking cruise now. Like, we're good. Oh my goodness. Oh, my name is Eric Cash. I have had 6 nervous breakdowns a year for the last 3 years. And I'm your featured comedian tonight. If you don't feel like doing the math on that, that's 748 nervous breakdowns. Another way to count them is that's actually 4,268,752 nervous breakdowns. If you like to count your nervous breakdowns by the second, which I do, just really when you're under your desk avoiding your fucking email account for no good reason, what else are you gonna fucking do? Just 1,000! I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. I went through a lot of really mad shit a couple of years ago, and then I fucking just kind of went a level of crazy that people don't come back from. And somehow I can still do comedy. I don't understand how that part works. I get really mad at myself for not like recovering faster, and then I'll remember the time that I slept in a bush 2 miles from my house because I forgot that I had a house. And then I'm like, well, I made it to the fucking Firkin tonight, so who cares if this gig's shitty? I'm here, I made it, so I'm cool, like, we're surviving. Everything's great. Yes. I started, so, I like drugs a lot. Yes. But I wasn't a pot guy for the longest time. I'm kind of older than I look. I don't know how I've gone through the shit that I've gone through in life, and I look like I'm 26. It doesn't fucking make sense at all to me. Like, I've been smoking a pack of cigarettes a day since I was 13 years old. I drink like a fish. I've attempted suicide about 11 fucking times. I'm a widower. Like, none of this makes sense. I don't know why the fuck I look like this, but I'm a lot older than I look. And, like, I grew up in the 80s and the 90s. I smoked weed then, back when weed was cool. When it was awesome, when it was just like a side drug, you know what I mean? Like, you just kept your weed on the side, and that's what you did when you ran out of other drugs. And it was like a great thing to just create, like, when we had Mexican pot, like, you could just smoke that crap, like, for just hours on end, and you could just paint or whatever. And then at one point, it just took this horrible turn. Like, I tell people all the time, like, when people get all uppity about GMO labeling, and they're like, oh, GMOs are absolutely not harmful. And I'm like, well, you just weren't around in 1996 when marijuana suddenly got 70,000 times more powerful overnight because some white kid with dreadlocks figured out how to grow it in water. Like, seriously, you don't realize the power that we possess here. Like, all of a sudden, my fucking side drug, like, we used to smoke joints as big as an arm and not feel anything. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, one day, you just take half a fucking bong hit because you had the flu, and you're stuck in a non-consensual psychedelic for 5 fucking days. You're just wandering around in one circle in your house looking for the person around the corner fucking laughing at you. You're like, this is not, I do drugs that do this to me, but that's not what I thought I was doing at the time. I just wanted to watch some fucking cartoons and take a nap. And now I smoke weed again because the science finally flipped around. I'm really happy about that because, like, the really powerful thing, like, it really bothered me. Like, Like all of a sudden, like every hippie turned into Tim the Toolman Taylor. They're like, oh, my weed wasn't powerful enough, so I rewired it. Like, motherfucker, I didn't want it to be any stronger, okay? I've been doing drugs my whole life. I got nothing to fucking prove. I don't need to get as high as I'm ever gonna get in one fucking evening. I do this every day. Do you understand? I'm trying to make it through. For fuck's sake, you don't need to make it, oh, this will really fuck him. I don't want to be really fucked up. Do you understand? I have access to amounts of mushrooms that'll make you into an alien. I don't want to get real fucked up from my pot man. But I started, because they flip it around, they make that CBD stuff in you. You guys know what that stuff is?
No.
The CBD weed? Where it's like real low THC and it's real high CBD. It's always a bunch of fucking anagrams for people that are constantly scared of the FBI and CIA. I don't know why they go this direction. But DEA, fucking FDA, just tell me what it does. That's all I care about. Just tell me. Like, I don't want a fucking soliloquy that sounds like you've been reading Spirit Science and Metaphysics.com all day. Just tell me what the fucking drug does to me. But that CBD stuff, it calms you down. Like, I started doing it because all these potheads were like, oh man, it's just like Valium. It's just like Valium, this ultra high CBD weed. And they told me that because potheads like to fucking lie to you. It's nothing like Valium at all. It's not even like half a Klonopin, you know what I mean? It's not even an Ativan. Like, trust me, for anybody that has the level of PTSD that I have, I know what a fucking benzodiazepine tastes like, okay? You understand me? Like, that's my breakfast cereal, alright? Like, I wear t-shirts that say all my heroes need benzodiazepines to keep the nightmares away. I fucking know what a Valium fucking feels like. Don't tell me that this is like a Valium. It's not bad, I do like it. Don't get me wrong. It's cool. It just makes me tired. But I'll stay up for 3 days like fucking freaking out about something that doesn't matter, so I don't mind being tired. Being tired's okay. Like, if I can finally sleep, then... How you doing, sir? I'm sorry. Whatever. The fuck was I talking about? Oh, I smoke pot now. And that was really cool. And so, like, this happened. I started smoking weed again, it was right around when we legalized recreational use, like last October, somewhere right in there. I don't remember when it was. And when I started again, because of the previous experience that I had with pot, I was being real careful with it. But of course, as soon as I started again, I got hungry at 2 in the morning because that's what pot does to you. And I'm used to like drugs that make you not eat, if you can't tell by fucking looking at me. Like, I like cocaine and, just fucking speed and, psychedelics. Like, I don't eat on any of the things that I take, like, either your body isn't hungry or your food looks like it's trying to kill you, so either way, like, you don't deal with it. So I get fucking hungry, so I go to QFC, and I'm worried about the anxiety setting in, like, so far this CBD stuff is doing alright, but I'm worried that I'm gonna start fucking flipping out a little bit. And I walk into the grocery store and I start for a second, I start getting like, okay, security guard, bright fluorescent lights, that's just always complimenting. Okay, and then I go, wait, this isn't illegal. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not a criminal right now. That's a fucking game changer, man. I got so excited. All my anxiety just like wept out my asshole, and I kicked over the chips rack and started throwing deli meat down the aisles. Nobody did a damn thing. It's great. So I smoke pot now, which is fun, and especially like going to the pot store is a real novel experience for me. Like, I've done all sorts of things in life. I travel all over the world, but pot stores just make me laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. It's such a silly, like, grown-up kid trying to be legitimized, but in such a fun way kind of thing. Like, oh yeah, we're all people that play video games for 11 hours straight, but we made plant matter look like IKEA. Welcome. Come on in. It's all like well lit, and they're like, oh, let me see your, why the fuck do you want to see my ID? Oh no, it's just to let you in. Okay, It's just your guys' system is weird, but oh, look at this. You guys just got drugs all over the place. This is nice. I mean, it's only pot, but that's a step, right? Like, eventually, I'll get an IKEA where I can just go in and order any mental state that I want, right? In the next 10, 15 years, like, that's gonna happen, right? Like, eventually, we're just not gonna fucking try to lock people up for getting high and just realize that the world fucking sucks, and maybe before we manage to completely make the world better, we should just let people get fucking high. Because why not? Like, I did a couple of days, and I did 2 days in county the other day for bullshit, for a DUI. And I have to say that I may have been drinking, but I was perfectly capable of piloting that spaceship at the time. It doesn't really matter. But I did 2 days in county, and everybody that I was in with there, keep in mind, I'm not from Portland, and the whiteness in Portland, like, disturbs me on a level that lives, like, kind of next to my pancreas. Like, it just kind of makes me vibrate in here. And I'm in county, and it's all these white kids from Felony Flats and from the homeless camp downtown. They're all on dope. And I know that because every one of them wouldn't stop talking about getting a shot when they got out.
Good shot.
See? I think he means a different kind of shot, and you should carry on. It's not exactly what I was talking about. Every one of them is on dope. They're all going in and out of county all the time, and I'm just like looking around, and these kids are pathetic, and I don't want to talk with them. I wouldn't want to fucking hang out with them. But at the same time, they're not fucking criminals. They're just sad. You know, like you know why these kids are all doing heroin? You know why we have a drug problem in Portland? Because Portland's fucking boring. Doing heroin and going to county is the most excitement these kids are getting. That's why they can't fucking stay up. I literally, because they take 5 hours to process you in, right? So I'm trying to just be cool and not talk to anyone because I don't want to fucking deal with this. But around hour 5, you know, like after you sleep on the 5th concrete bench, you get a wee bit cranky. And listen to these dudes just talk over and over and over again. Like, they all talk like gangsters. They're all white kids. They all have 3 kids. Every one of their girlfriends' name is my bitch. Like, everything is just ridiculous. And they keep talking about this like they're these hardened criminals, and they're in fucking county jail. Like, you're not a hardened criminal. And I eventually just sat up on this concrete bench, and I was like, dude, every one of you, shut the fuck up and rob a bank. What is wrong with you? If you're going to spend your entire life going in and out of county for shooting dope in your veins, which is hardly a fucking crime, it may be sad, and it may not be the best thing in the world to do, but why the fuck is anybody locking you up for shooting dope? I don't even like that drug. I think it's awful. But I don't think that you should be wearing fucking prison blues and a pink t-shirt and these weird Crocs that they give you in county. I don't know why. I guess you're being punished, so they make you wear Crocs. I don't understand. Like it's not debasing enough. Like, you have to go in and strip naked and hold your asshole open and cough just to see if you'll, like, shit out a weapon. But they're like, that's not enough. Here's some Crocs. Fuck you. But I was just thinking, I finally look at this kid and I go, this is what you need to do. You need to take 6 of your guys around here. Number 1, by the way, you guys need to stop dating girls named my bitch. I have listened to you guys talk for fucking 9 hours at this point, and not once have I heard a girlfriend's name. Everything has been like, my bitch this, you have to respect my bitch. This guy doesn't respect my bitch. None of you respects your bitch, because her name is your bitch. Stop calling the girlfriends your bitch, you dumbass. But there was only time enough for one lesson. So I was like, look, man, if you're going to be going in and out of county your whole life, if you're going to be in here at like 52 years old on another fucking parole violation with your hands stuck in your oversized pants, bitching while you're stuck in a holding cell with 30 other guys, make it be for something. Like, don't tell me that you, like, threw $120 worth of heroin in a shitty river and couldn't get over a fence because you were too high. That's a bullshit reason to be in jail. Tell me that you planned the greatest fucking heist of all time. Tell me that you were in a sewer with a fucking laser drill cutting your way into with safety deposit boxes that were holding photos of politicians molesting children. Do something with your fucking life. If you're gonna do something, this is what you do. You rob a fucking bank, and then your 3 kids that you don't shut up about, you fucking hide the money, and you go into actual prison and have a real story to tell, and you fucking write your kids coded messages and tell them exactly where in the U-Haul parking lot you buried $500,000. Isn't that a much better story than going into county every 13 days? What do I fucking know? I'm a comedian. I have jokes. I just kind of do this thing where my brain starts talking and it shoots out my mouth. I do a lot of drugs. But it's not necessarily because I want to do a lot of drugs, it's just because my friends do a lot of drugs and I don't want to be rude. It's very like when in Rome, drinking the Romans do. When the cops show up, set your pants on fire and sing goo goo gachoo. I've burnt up all my time. Thank you guys for listening. My name's Eric Cash. Have a great night.
Give another round of applause for Eric Cash, everybody, and for yourselves for being here. Did we have some fun? Yes? Yeah? We get a woo for the collective fun? One woo. Alright, cool. What? Yeah, hey, yeah. She's on it. I didn't say anything. It's perfect, wonderful. If you did enjoy yourself and you want to tip the performers, please, I'm going to walk around with this and be real obnoxious and say, I'm spinning comics! I'm not even lying to you right now. So if you enjoyed the show tonight, please feel free to throw $5, $10, $20 billion into this bucket. We'll solve all the world crises, probably, or just get really drunk. I don't know, one of those two things will happen. And thank you guys for being here. We do this every month at the last Tuesday of the month. Give it up